Hey there, today I wanted to go over the new Shipwreck Salvage event. If you press F4 and go to Shipwreck Salvage, press go in the bottom right, you can TP to Mason. So how does this event work? Well, you talk to him, you get a jet ski, you go out, you pick up cargo and you bring it back to shore and you get items. That is the short version of it. Now, what kind of items can we pick up in the ocean? Well, we have green boxes, blue boxes, purple boxes, and yellow boxes, and then we have fuel tanks. So green boxes basically just give you some event currency. Blue tires can basically give you standard motor oil and some currency. Purple boxes can give you premium, standard, and some event currency. And yellow gives you a higher chance for more premium and standard motor oil, as well as more event currency. What is motor oil used for? Well, it's used for upgrading the jet ski. But we also have these fuel tanks in the ocean, so you can refuel while you are out in the ocean if you pick these up, so you don't run out of fuel. If you do run out of fuel, you lose all of your cargo. So it's important to get back to land before you lose all of your cargo. Now, if we go in here, talk to Mason, and we press upgrade, we can see our upgrades here. We have the whole performance for max speed, max carrying capacity, and how much fuel we have. Then for the harpoon, you have how far you can throw the harpoon and how much weight you can tow. All of the cargo has random numbers of weight, and if that weight happens to be above the max towing weight of the harpoon, you cannot reel it in and you'll have to skip that. I would recommend getting level 2 harpoon first, then getting level 2 jet ski, then getting level 3 harpoon, and then getting level 3 jet ski. Why is that? Well, you can pick up more blue and purples for the max towing weight before you are gonna reach your max load capacity, and if you plan your route around the right fuel sources, you won't have to upgrade your jet ski that soon. So that is my recommendations for upgrading them. In the top right, you can see our standard motor oil and our purple motor oil, and you can see how much it costs down here of each of them. Then we also have the event store in here, event shop. Obviously, the currency increases with every day. We have a 1.2k cap on EU today, and tomorrow it should be a higher cap. We have the 2 standard pools, 320 analyth, we have 200k funds and some other materials. That is everything we need to go over. Let's go into the gameplay. So I'm gonna pull a run up on the screen, and you can see I right click to zoom in to check for any fuels on the map. You can see the fuels quite far away, and we can see there is 2 on the right side and 1 on the left. So I decide to go right side, and first we're gonna pick up this purple cargo, but unfortunately it's too heavy for level 1 harpoon, so we're just gonna continue on. Why am I jumping? I've heard jumping reduces the amount of fuel that you use, but I couldn't actually confirm if this is true or not. But what we're gonna do here is go around and collect the cargo in accordance with the fuel that we saw from the start. So you'll plan your route according to the fuel, and I'm gonna pick up the fuel here to try and get it closer to max, so we can go further out. The closer you get to this shipwreck you see on the left side, the higher quality or the higher chance the cargo boxes have to be higher quality. So if you want to pick up good loot, it's important that you get as close to the wrecked ship here as possible. But keep in mind, if you go to 0 fuel, you will lose all of your items, which is why we plan our route around the fuels. I see a fuel out here further out, so I am gonna go for that one, and then I'm gonna turn back and grab the 2 other ones that I saw on my way out here. And we also see a yellow cargo on the left side. I decided not to go for the purple one because I'm already pretty far out and I didn't know if I could make it back to the fuel, so I just grabbed the yellow cargo here. Then we go back to the fuel that I skipped earlier. On the left side you can see the max load of the jet ski from all the items we have picked up. Every time you go above one of the lines on the left side, it will increase your fuel consumptions and how slow the jet ski goes, so keep that in mind. And in the bottom, the green bar is how much fuel we have left. The green line you see going down tells you how much fuel you need to get back to shore, but this line isn't quite accurate. It seems a little bit off, that it tells you how much fuel you need, but you need a little bit less than it tells you to. So it's accurate, but not quite accurate. So even if you are slightly below this line, you can still make it back, but you have to plan your route around the fuel sources that spawn, so you can make it back all the way. And you can see we are just ignoring all of the green boxes, as I don't think they're worth it until you get level 3 upgrades. You just don't have enough max load on the jet ski to be able to pick up all of the green stuff. And they only give event currency, they don't give you motor oil to upgrade your jet ski. So I would wait with picking up any green boxes until you've fully upgraded your jet ski. We are just gonna go for the blue, purple and yellow ones, and we're gonna go over here, grab another fuel source and try and grab this blue one here for some motor oil. Unfortunately, it's too heavy, and here is the other fuel that I left at the start as well. So you can see, if you plan your route around the fuel sources that you can see from the starting area, it's not too bad. And here I'm showing you how much motor oil I got. I got quite a bit of motor oil this run. You will notice that 6 and 4 of the premium ones is actually quite a lot for one run, so this was a really solid one. I hope this helps you out on how to do this game mode fast and efficient, and the best way to use your route. That is gonna be everything for this guide video. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you next time.